All right, we are back with Cyberpunk 2077. I'm playing on the old Xbox One S, like the basic model, so you can see how it performs on here. I'm not like testing it or anything. And honestly, I'm not trying to push it to the limits or anything like that. I'm just playing a normal playthrough of this game. I'm not like
interest you in a
trying to prove what system's the best or how bad this game can be, but it is what it is. It's not in the best state, but after the first patch, it works a lot better than it did before that for me.
Right.
Like this woman, these two were completely blurry the first time I saw them. Like I couldn't even focus on their face or hair or anything.
No recording, no.
I might have a video of that. I forget how far I went into that series. I recorded a lot of it, and I only put a few videos up before I restarted. Now, here we have our first crash of the game. I left it in, like, again, I'm not like testing this out, but this happened, so it's like a let's play. The little beads here froze my game. So that was that. Honestly, I'm like, I think 40 or I think I'm 50 hours into the game, but I idle it in the menus a lot, so I'd say I played for maybe 40 hours so far. I crashed last night just driving up onto a sidewalk, and that's really the only other time besides this when I crashed like just walking or moving around.
Interest you in a preem BD?
The other crashes were we got the Corpo playthrough, so we got the dialogue choice there.
You.
Getting us in.
I didn't get in through the front.
All right. Yeah, we came in the back door. All right. Anyway.
Rules are simple. Someone catches your eye.
The only other times I've crashed are going into photo mode. I crashed a bunch of times, and now I save before I do that.
No copping feels when the guards ain't looking.
And going into the crafting menu, I crashed once too. There's all menus, and also switching in the main quest. There was one point which you'll see a little later. That's it. I really haven't crashed that much. Definitely have a lot of freezes. And you know what? Maybe that one would have frozen and come back. I don't know. I think I waited a while, though. Because sometimes when I'm driving, it'll freeze for a good 10-15 seconds if I'm driving too fast. But it doesn't crash. It's just like load in the next area and, Anyway, the first time I started, I didn't know to scan. Well, it's really funny. All right, the way I make videos is I'll record the video for, I'll play like a whole session, 5-10 hours, whatever. Record it all. Then like the next day or later on, I'll edit it into different parts, right? Then once I edit it, I'll do this, what I'm doing now, just talking over it. So this game, this I played a week ago, and I've gotten a lot further, and I'm a lot better at playing the game. So this is me kind of figuring out the game. So for me personally, it's actually kind of cool to watch this, knowing so much more now, but it's a little different, and I will end up skipping a lot of parts. But I want to do most of the first act in the series just to have it on record or whatever you want to call it. All right, so this guy, it's funny, I went back and saw this guy last night just because I happened to be outside, and he's kind of the only one you can talk to in here.
Lizzie's.
But he didn't really have too much to say at that point.
Not for a long while, no. And it's none too sweet a
And
story.
I didn't even order a drink because I have so many drinks in my
interested.
inventory. Anyway, we're looking for Evelyn here. Lizzie, whatever.
Lizzie's bar. Girls were paid
Trying to figure some stuff out. We got a job to do, and she's the point person on it.
Nah, stories of the golden days. Inevitable demise and the inevitable drink over sweet memories.
There's a lot of weird pauses in the dialogue before they start. So little things like that, you can tell the game's not super polished. But again, that doesn't bug me enough that I'm going to return the game or anything like that, personally.
No hesitation, Lizzie blasted the guy's balls off. Gang came back the next day. Liz was done.
And
Tigers
the
gave this
movement
place up to
is
the Mox
I don't
in
know
the
if it's the
Anvil,
frame
didn't
rate
they?
or just the skeletons.
Sort of.
Like, it definitely
Moxes
seems
had
a
to
little
make a deal with him. Luckily, they kept their
slow,
heads organized.
but I think it's just the way the game is for the most part.
The sign
And
stayed up.
to me,
Out of
it's
respect.
kind of cool because everyone's like slightly
Biz
robotic,
booms to
with
this
the
day.
implants. So I don't know. It's a little immersive in a way. But yeah, it doesn't. And I think when I watch people
Looking for
play this
Evelyn
on
Parker.
PC, it's the same.
No,
Just
she's here.
it's just
Who's asking?
humans in video games always look kind of weird to me, honestly. Especially when they do this.
Name's
It's
V.
like this thing where they
She
try
and
to
I
make
have
it look
a
like he's
date.
breathing. You know what I mean? Like
Well, V,
he's
it's
just
a
moving
pleasure.
slightly
Mateo.
forward and back.
Uh-huh.
I don't like
So,
that effect, honestly.
Evelyn.
It kind of creeps me out.
Club's big. We're gonna have to look around. Can't do it for you.
Like his
all right,
chains are
Mateo.
swinging. It's like a little too much motion, trying to make it look realistic. But it's like, I don't know. It's a little extra. Like her hair is swinging. You know, they put all the physics in to make it more immersive and stuff. And it
Evelyn
looks
Carter.
cool, but it's like, now that I'm thinking about it,
I knew it was you. As
well,
soon
the
as you
frame
walked
rate's
in.
really bad right now, actually. That's part of it. Definitely slowed down when she walked over. So I don't have like an FPS counter or anything. I'm just saying frame rate because it looks like half
No,
the
you
frames are
know.
there that it should be, you know?
I like to know everything about the people I work with. Either that or it was just a lucky guess.
And the other thing, this does not seem like the most hoppin' bar. You don't even hear any music. The people are
Why
just
we
kind of
meeting here?
silent. Like it's
Any
real
particular
quiet.
reason?
And it's not that
Actually,
full,
doesn't
but it is
seem
the
much
middle of the
like your
day,
thing,
so
this
I don't
place.
know. All right, I don't know why. The dialogue too
I'll
is
take that as a
not.
compliment.
You don't
Come on.
really have any
No
choices of
place
what
we
to
can
say. You
talk
have
where
to have the
ears won't
same
prick up
like
to listen.
kind of bad sarcasm that everyone.
We'll be in the lounge, Mateo.
They
Someone
give you
asks,
these
we're not
responses,
here.
and everyone's like, basically calls you out for being an idiot for trying to say it in this weird way, and you're like, well, I didn't pick that. Like that was the only choice, you know. Or again, I'm having a lot of fun in this game, but you know, I can nitpick it. And there's definitely like, I'm not saying this is the best game of all time, but I'm having tons of fun in the game. There's no game I'm gonna want to play for the next few weeks as much as I want to play this. So
I'm waiting.
that's the most compliment I'm giving it right now, and it's cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. It doesn't completely add up to me yet, but you know. I mean, I still think it's better than most games out there, you know. Maybe not better than the all-time great RPGs or anything like that. And we'll see. I'm not even that deep into the story, honestly. I'm mostly
Dex
just
had a
stopping
load to
crimes
say
and stuff.
about you.
Anyway, I love
Called
this
you
atmosphere in here. You got the hollow dancer room.
And trustworthy. I hope he wasn't overselling.
All right.
No idea if Dex exaggerates.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to talk
little,
over the dialogue
lot.
a little bit. You can read
You
it. I got
me.
the subtitles real
Just
big.
started working with him, in fact.
And this is the thing. I'm not super invested in what's going on in this game.
I've heard there are
Like-
two kinds of fixers.
Like this is the main
Those
plot,
with stable
and this is cool at the
crews
beginning. It's like it's
long
filling you in on
contracts
detail,
and
but
short
it's just
leashes.
like
Loyalty and predictability.
I don't know how to
they
explain
value
it.
above all else. Then there's the other kind.
I don't know.
Dex's kind.
It's like in a game like Fallout or something. You meet people, you're like, I want to help this person.
Come
I don't
on.
know.
Can't leave that hanging.
Like she's cool and all,
Headhunters.
but it's like they're
They lay their
over
trust
explaining
elsewhere,
things.
not in
I mean, it is
people,
the tutorial
but in a
area,
thing.
but
Their intuition.
even later
They
on,
bet on potential. And if they lose that bet,
once you got
it's the
Keanu in
last
the game,
mistake they ever
obviously,
make.
Spoiler.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping
everyone knows he's
Dex's
in the game.
intuition has served him well in this case.
Let's
All right.
cut to the chase.
Yeah, let's just cut to the chase.
What do you got for
Exactly
me?
what I was just saying. So sometimes
Your
they give you the choice that you
target.
really want to say, you know?
I trust you know what
I
it
like
is.
that.
Relic.
And I like how you can be
Secure your soul
sarcastic, but
trinket.
sometimes
Key tech in the program,
sarcastic
actually.
is, I don't
We're
know.
tangling with Arasaka. Making this heist one dangerous, risky motherfucker.
All right, so they're trying to introduce the idea that the
Arasaka's put
corporations
billions
are
into
up to
personality
some
transfer technology.
crazy stuff, you know?
But me, I just want the data on this one. The chip is tucked away
and
inside
they got their own
Konpeki
private
Plaza,
military
the
and all
hotel.
that type of stuff.
You ever been?
All right. Yeah, I'm
Arasaka
familiar with the
seems to have quite the
franchise.
touch with that hotel chain. But I gotta say,
The
Konpeki and
Corpo,
Tokyo's still
the
weeks above
Corpo
the rest.
answers are not that great, but
Two are
I feel like I want
identical to each other.
You're supposed to
Japan
show her that
South.
you know what you're doing.
The
you know?
service can't be beat. Singapore, Paris, Washington. Ugh, all the rest act like charity case
Yeah, so
cousins.
she's
by
like, I've been
comparison.
to the hotel all over the
Well,
world.
It's hard to argue with that.
You know, I'm a big
So where's
wig
this
in the
chip
corporate
hiding,
world or
exactly?
something. I don't even know.
In a suite on the top floor. The room's occupied by Yorinobu Arasaka.
Ah, Yorinobu.
Yorinobu Arasaka. In Night City? Huh. Guess the scream sheets weren't lying this time.
It's on the lips of everyone in the city. Saburo Arasaka's only surviving son, heir apparent to the Arasaka Empire, in town.
All right, so this is some
Please.
family. They own
Could
a
it be?
company.
Emperor's prepared to cede his throne after 150 years?
And they
Doubt
got
it.
some type of
Only
life
a
longevity
handful of
thing with the
people in Night
implants
City
going
know what
on,
the
and he's
Arasaka's
150
real
years old.
plans
So,
are.
Telling me you're one of them?
but we're talking about the kid here. All right, so that's who I gotta get.
So we're not jumping the Corp. We're jumping Yorinobu Arasaka himself.
Yorinobu is a puppet. He lost all his cards years ago when he failed to do Daddy's
All right,
bidding.
so he's not even part of the company.
Saburo's had Yuri's balls in a vice for years.
The
He
black
might
sheep of
just
the family.
turn the screw and crush them outright if he learns his son's up to no good again.
Even so, it's still Yorinobu fucking Arasaka.
All right. Well, he's probably got
Top
a whole
dog like
army around him
Yorinobu's
of
going to have an
corporate
army
whatever.
on call. Hotel's probably a goddamn fortress by now, too.
Yorinobu keeps exactly no hustle around. Not one guard. Got rid of them a long time ago.
That's not true, actually.
Why is that?
Surely you know what they say about Arasaka intel. Sneeze in Night City, and a blossom drops from a cherry tree in Tokyo. Yorinobu was
he doesn't.
convinced
Well, he
his
doesn't have
Arasaka
that security, but
detail
there is another
reported
guy
directly to
there.
his father.
All right. So the thing about this part of the
You've
game
got any
too.
spare aces
This
up
is
your
my
sleeve?
second time playing
Now's
this.
the time to show them.
And
Now
I've watched
this
a bunch of
should make your
streams. I've
tits
probably
perk
seen
up.
this beginning like 3 or 4 times now.
Yorinobu recently swiped the chip from an Arasaka laboratory. He's made a deal with Netwatch, aims to sell it to them. Have you spotted my ace yet, or do I need to spell things out?
All right. Well, Netwatch. You
don't
know,
buy
of
it.
course, at this point,
Netwatch's
I'm just
integrity
selecting the
rests
bottom
on their
ones to get
neutrality.
more info about the
Why
world
would they
and all
tarnish
that
their
type
rep
of
by
stuff.
procuring
I don't.
stolen
It
goods?
doesn't feel like natural
Netwatch
dialogue
provides
necessarily to
net
me.
security
Like
for all
a lot of
corporations
times, I'll just
and
pick what
collects eddies
I
in the
think I would
millions
really
for it.
say.
But
And in this case,
day
I
and
would have
age,
just
everyone's in the game, and no one
not
can
asked a
afford
lot
to
of
be a
questions. But
saint.
since I'm learning the game,
To
you know,
win, one has to go all.
like I feel like
in.
my character is more impatient and wouldn't get all this filler detail. But me as the
So
gamer,
what's
I wanted
Yorinobu
I
do
wanted
to
to
walk
know all
away
this
with?
stuff, you know.
Unimportant. You focus on the biochip.
And of course, at this
What could
point, I didn't
cyberspace's
realize
watchers
it's all a
and
bunch of
protectors
mumbo
offer him?
jumbo. You know?
Intelligence on his enemies?
No, I mean it's
That
filling you
doesn't
in on the
matter in the
world and all
least.
that stuff. So
because
we're
you
gonna get a little
sure the
distracted here,
transaction never
maybe.
happens, and I get the chip.
I like the lighting in here.
Fine.
Obviously, it's a little,
So no
a little
Arasaka
murky
security
looking.
on the device because Yorinobu whisked it away
And
in
again,
secret.
I said this in my
Now
other
where's he
videos. This
hiding
is
it?
compressed 3 times too,
Likely
so
in
it's
a
not.
specialized
It's not
container.
just the.
One that
The game.
mimics an organic neural environment. On the outside, it looks like an
Okay.
ordinary briefcase.
All
And the
right.
case is?
So they're basically training you to use the
You'll see for
scanning and all
yourself
that
soon
good
enough.
stuff for this. So.
Provided we're done gossiping about the Arasakas.
All right. All right.
Heard a
Well,
bit about
we got to
you,
use the
Yorinobu.
Corpo
Studied
choice.
finance and biotech in Tokyo, probably to please his father.
Saburo was grooming him to be his successor.
Okay.
But then Yorinobu
I want to
cut
get
himself
this
off
outfit
from
to
the
wear.
Corp. Joined the Steel Dragons. No
There's a
match
lot of
for
good
Tokyo.
outfits in this game, but you can't
Heard they
really
were planning an
find
Arasaka
all of
coup
them.
or its downfall.
That flash of youthful rebellion ended like it usually does.
or at least just the code.
Yorinobu returned to the fold, but the bitter taste remained. You know your stuff. But that's only one side of him. There's another. An intelligent man who has his own
All right.
designs on the Corp.
All right.
Seems to
Yeah.
be risking everything with this relic scam.
Yes, because he's fallen for the biggest lie this town puts forward.
All right.
That he can gain and retain control of anything.
That sounds like foreshadowing there. All right.
Okay.
Let's just get out
What's
of here.
next?
All right.
Now comes the best part.
Oh yeah, the best
Follow
part.
me. Got something
Yeah,
for
this
you.
part's great.
Should
No.
help you plan.
I like it. Actually, I'm
Brain
gonna
dance
skip
from Konpeki
part of it,
Plaza.
but
How's a
I
brain dance
enjoyed
supposed to
this
help? Need facts, not thrills.
I've seen people complaining
BDs
about it.
are only good for fondling virtual tits. Jacking off to in those boxes. No. They can
What
be a
is
very
with that
useful
sign
tool.
up there? Jeez.
Good for analyzing details human perception, even boosted, doesn't grasp. Exactly what you need.
Like anything else?
So what's on the tape?
Yorinobu's suite. The glorious
Oh,
interior.
okay.
You'll need to locate the relic
So we
yourself.
got like a 3D
I'll make
recording
enough
of the whole
detail to make
suite
that
here.
possible.
Uh-huh.
This is cool. All the technology in this game is really cool, honestly. And I like how it feels like stuff that it really would be in the future. Stuff's kind of run down and, you know, a lot of, you know, patterns everywhere and stuff. It feels like real immersive and realistic. Like the whole world and the technology
Hold
that
up.
they put into the world.
Mean to
So
say you recorded this?
I definitely think,
BD rec implant. Why, you object?
you know, that's one of the strengths of this game.
Supposed to be Yorinobu's pad on the tape. Means you were inside. You, know each other?
Yep.
How else could I get all this intel? I know him
Oh.
pretty well.
Oh,
actually.
do you? Oh.
We
my.
have an arrangement. Strictly
Arrangement.
business.
Oh,
Suits us
strictly
both, I
business.
think.
Let's see this brain dance.
Yeah, all right. We want to see that brain dance for sure.
Judy'll help.
Thought you said
She's
they
a
weren't all
monster.
like explicit.
Besides, we could- What?
Looks like we got a little both here.
It's
We got a
hard to
little
say. This
recon.
week,
We
for
got a
sure,
little
okay?
V.
something at the
This
end
is
there, right?
important.
All right.
Judy's always been there for me.
All right,
Always
Judy
helped
out.
is one of the characters
trust her.
that I actually like in this
But she's
game.
a Mox, not the latest member
Not
of
too
your
many.
crew.
Honestly, since Judy,
Try not to
not too
forget.
many characters have
So
really
you'll be a good girl.
struck
tread
me.
lightly,
But I'm not
and
doing
keep
too
that
many
tongue
actual
on a
quests so
leash.
far.
Relax.
Just kind of roaming
Believe it or
around,
not, I'm no
killing
stranger
people and
to
driving
that.
around.
In biz or life.
It's actually a fun game for that, honestly. It's like a. You can play this for a lot of hours. There's a lot of ways to approach the fights and stuff. I don't know. I change my fight style every time.
This is V. She's here for that BD role. And V, this is Judy. Best
Alright.
brain dance editor I know.
All right, hey Judy.
Enough already. Gonna make me barf.
Alright. What's Judy doing? What the heck are you watching?
Compiled your BDF.
What do you think? Will it do?
Still pretty raw. But yeah, ought to do.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
V needs to get deep inside. That's most important.
All right.
So, let's calibrate. Tune it to her.
Tune it up.
Believe me, I've dealt with worse. Should see the jig street porn we gotta contend with sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see some of
So,
that.
we drop V inside? Let her look, let her
You were saying something
rummage
about the
around, right?
jigs.
How about it, V? Raw brain dance.
A raw one.
Ever taken a dip before?
What does that mean? What's raw? What does that mean?
What do you mean by raw? How's this differ from the ready-mades?
Ready-made.
Huh. Ready-mades, provided they're well made, should feed you feelings and impressions you'd
Okay.
never have the
It's like
chance
a-
to experience yourself in
It's
real
just the
space.
difference between a
But it's
scripted.
mass market shit, so it's
Yeah.
pre-crafted, hard-coded,
Like, they make 'em
fenced
into
in,
movies.
and manageable.
This
A
is
raw
like
one,
all the
well,
footage.
it's more like a virtue in Viro. Get to move around, look at
Oh,
things in
wow,
detail.
okay.
Editors
Alright.
use those layers to fish for juicier emotes and impulses, then use them to pad the BDs that go to market.
Oh,
Sit down,
okay.
settle in, and we'll get you going.
So they're like recording your feelings as well, or something like that. So they do them first person, and the guy ends up dying at the end of it, and you know, people buy that to experience like the thrill of death or something. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but you know, it's fictional technology. So, at any rate, what we're gonna do here? You want us to sit in this chair? This is like a freaking trip to the
Have a
dentist
seat
here.
and we'll get started.
Well, we said that about the other guy, the implant guy. They all got these chairs. All right, so what we're gonna do here? This whole sequence is like over a half hour long. First, you do the tutorial, and there's this guy who committed a crime, and you gotta like scan around, and you find out his buddy's the one that shot him at the end. Okay, so then after that
Create your sensory
is like the
profile first.
tutorial area where you go into this hotel suite that we've been talking about. You know, you scan around, you're trying to
Okay,
find
hit
these
me.
visual clues and all these
Just
other
promise me it won't hurt.
intel, like where the security
Yeah.
things are and all that
Not this
stuff.
time.
And then
Now
you
sit
find the
still. Look at me. Gonna
you know,
run
you
the
scan the
analysis
thermal
off.
and you find this
Shit,
area with
feel
like a
slight
freezer,
tingle.
which is where they have this
Mhm.
chip that you're looking for, which has to be like bio, whatever, you know.
Okay, now let's set the optics and
All
other
right, so I'm not gonna
sensory
put
sigs.
any of that
Let's
in the
smack
video
into these
because
two
otherwise this
screens.
would be
With
2
an
episodes
eye
long,
exam.
or this whole episode would be an hour, which I kind of want to keep them 20, 30
Am I gonna have
minutes.
to do this calibration
And
dance every
honestly,
time?
I don't feel like sitting around
Not
and talking over that
necessarily, but it's
whole
worth the wait.
sequence.
Give me 2
There'll
more
be
minutes
later
and you'll see
sequences where we go
exactly
into that mode, and you know, I'll probably leave that in.
One more sec. Need to
But
get the
honestly,
pain
you know,
receptor
this
meters
was so long ago that I did this too. Like, I
Okay.
kind of want to get on with it and get
All set.
closer to the point where I'm
in. You
at
need to
now,
test your profile
where I'm a
first.
little better at the
Passing in a
game.
sample BD. You can use it
So
to
I'll
get
probably
to
be
know the
skipping
editor.
a little more things like
Now
this.
let me
But I'm
see.
gonna leave in here the little story
Where
part because I like the atmosphere.
Can't
Honestly,
you just
that's
use my
part of the
recording?
reason.
Why are we wasting time?
All right,
So we don't
This is
risk
a
our
little-
necks. Besides, won't take a sec. Got something here.
all right.
Should be perfect.
All right, so then again, this is now the first
What'd
thing
you
you do
choose?
is this tutorial
Corner
thing.
store hold up in Haywood.
Well, the whole thing is really a tutorial, but
I don't even know where I got it.
the first one
Suits
is
our
like
needs
her
perfectly, though.
literally in
Ready?
the game, in the story, giving
Boot
you
it
a
up.
tutorial as the character and
me use
showing
the
you this
tailored
other
version
crime,
first
the
to
stick
get your
up,
bearings.
just to learn how to
Jump
use
into
the
anything.
camera.
Be
But then the
diving
whole
in
second
and
thing is
seeing
also basically a tutorial because you know we're still in the beginning of the game. So yeah, that was quite an experience there, and now we're just waking up
Get
at the end of
everything
it,
you
and we got everything
That'll
we
do.
needed,
Thanks, Judy.
and now we're getting
We
a
got
call
it.
from
Later,
T-Bug up
T-Bug.
there.
Nice work today.
Oh, T-Bug,
See you
we
soon.
oh no, we had called
I
T-Bug
wiped
in
the
on the
cache
call,
and your
right?
data.
She was in on the
You
call
were never here.
because she is our you know net person who does all the cyber stuff on our jobs behind the scenes. All right.
Keep it. I'll put it on Ev's tab.
All right. Well, where am I supposed to keep this?
Portable device for handling VDs. I already uploaded your calibration settings.
All right. Cool.
Not
You got
as
any of those
sophisticated as what we
extras,
got
ones you
here,
were
but should
talking
do the
about
trick.
before?
And it keeps you out of harm's way. Clever.
All right. So yeah, we don't have to
Speaking
come back
of harm's way, know what I see looking at you?
here.
Walking, talking corpse.
Yeah. Well,
Relax.
probably not me because
got
we're
it
the
all
main
under
character
control.
in the game, but yeah, this
You
plan
fuck
is
up
not
and they
gonna
come
go
knocking
well.
on my door.
It's just not gonna
Judy,
go well.
relax.
Spoiler alert:
It's not gonna happen.
stuff goes down.
Evelyn, please. No shortcuts.
Stuff is gonna go down.
You go that route, City'll always win. So be careful.
Of course I will be.
Evelyn
Besides,
doesn't have the
we'll
best
talk in a
plan
bit.
here. Well, no, actually, the plan's not that bad. Something that completely unexpected goes wrong, honestly. So, like, definitely, you know, obviously, this is a scripted story, so,
Let's
you know,
walk.
it's not like a random event or anything, but it was pretty random. Nothing she could have planned for, that's for
Well,
sure.
what do you think?
All right, well, yeah, what's the deal?
Intel on
Yeah,
your
this does
Nobu,
not
the
seem like
chip,
it's under
the BD
control.
from Konpeki. Winds are right. Plan's perfect. A job like this comes one in a million.
Thanks. Now the punchline.
Punchline is,
please.
I don't trust you.
Just sounds too good to be true. What's the catch?
Cold feet. Are you looking to get out of it?
wanna know
No,
if
we
you're
just
really
want to
in
make sure
control
we're
here.
not going to get
That
killed.
you're not
which,
sending me into the sort of
well,
shit I can't wade out of.
Yeah.
V, I have 0 reasons to haze you.
Well, you're not hazing us.
We're in
we
this
just
together.
think that you're in over your
Really.
head.
Trust me that I got this.
Sure. Okay.
Think I see how you know so
I
much
just
about
actually just
Yorinobu.
did last night the
it's simple. Men like pillow talk
I
a bit
finally
too much.
did a little of the main quest
So it's
after
just
doing a
about
lot
the
of
sex.
just running around shooting people.
Biz. And biz.
And I found out kind of a little more of the background of what
You're sure
you know,
Yorinobu
what
doesn't
her
expect
job,
this
what
kind
her,
of move
what
from
how
you.
she got this job.
He's got no idea. Trust me. He's
And
too
I
busy with
actually
Netwatch
did
to
one of
give
those
me that
brain
kind of
dance things
attention.
to do that.
Besides, even if some suspicion takes root in his mind, it shouldn't matter.
Okay.
He won't react in time.
Oh,
And
he
that's
won't.
something you'll handle, right?
Okay. Yeah, we'll handle it.
You're not worried? Arasaka will flag and screen anyone who's had dealings with Yorinobu.
Oh, they'll have a long list then. Packed full of big names. Much bigger than mine.
Yeah, this is actually not
you
a
tell
bad
me
plan.
who they check first. Corpo
Yeah, a lot of people
hotshots
got
and
reason to go
cutthroats,
after this
or
guy,
a little bedroom
and she's just
plaything
some
like me?
random girl he had took home with
So,
him. So
what
they're
now?
not gonna suspect her.
V, do this job for me. I mean me alone. No splitting the payout with anyone else. No
We
middlemen.
literally just got this job and
Dex.
just met the fixer, Dex. What? How are we gonna betray Dex? And Dex is a big
wanna
dude.
fuck
I'm not
over
messing
our
with that
fixer.
guy.
I knew something
He's
was
big
up.
in stature
Dex
and in
is a
reputation as well.
And a
Well, he is
useless
a
one at this
middleman, but
point.
he's in the middle of me and you. So,
You don't mess with fixers. That's the one rule every merc
Yeah,
in the city
I
knows
mean, come
and
on.
actually follows.
what the
But
heck?
if we're smart.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
you're not that smart.
Mistake like that'll cost you your rep.
Why do you
and
want
without
even
a
want to
rep,
work
you're
with me? I'm
nobody.
like a nobody.
You sure you want to do
Well,
this?
we had like 6 months of working. Plus, we
Better
have a
ask
partner
yourself that
anyway. Like,
question.
why are you just asking us?
Do you want to spend the rest of your days
You really think
blasting
Jackie's
scabs?
gonna turn on a
Or become
fixer?
a legend?
Well, there's 3 of us
overnight?
actually. Yeah, T-Bug.
Your choice.
Yeah, it's not our
No
choice.
fucking
We're a
way.
3-person
Dex
team.
took a leap with me. He trusts me.
Now I'm doing
And I
the
don't care
same.
about. See, I don't care about that he trusts us.
50%.
It's just the job.
With
like,
cred
you
like
gotta
that
do
in
the
your
job.
account, you won't
White
need
trusts us
Dex
to do
for
the job.
anything.
50. We're not in it for the money. We're trying to build our reputation with the fixers, and he's the fixer. Like, what
No,
this
oh, wait,
lady?
it's not just about the money.
Yeah, it's not. This
I thought you
dialogue,
were a
man.
merc. I thought it was always about the money.
No, Merc
Not
is about
behind the back of
relationships.
someone who trusts me.
Yeah, we're about building
Sorry.
relationships here.
Fine. I never asked.
So this is what I
V?
mean. Sometimes the writing in this game, like, who would?
I just hope you're as
Why would
good
she
as you
even
are
do
naive.
this? Like, offer this
If
to
you
a
need
Merc?
me,
Like, it's
call.
not.
I'll
Come
send you my
on.
number.
It's unprofessional.
Okay.
I
Good
mean,
luck.
it's establishing that she's kind of
Now go.
unprofessional, but
I need a few words with Judy.
it's a little too much, man. Like, you know, we're not in it for the money. You gotta have a reputation in this town.
How things looking, Miss
Well, guess what? She just offered me a side job.
Turns out Evelyn's recording from
I mean,
Kentucky was worth
yeah,
our time.
well, she's got a good. I think the job's pretty good, actually.
T-Bug already called.
At this point.
Said she's working her magic. And the flathead,
Nothing yet. On it now.
T-Bug says no chance at that chip without that bot.
All right,
work
so we got to get this drone to do some intel for the job, or something like that.
I'm angling to get a word in because I need her to cover for me that afternoon when I go pick my daughter up.
Somehow help us get in. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we continue a little bit more of Act 1 of Cyberpunk 2077 on the Xbox One S. It's running okay. I'm having a good time. That's all I can say so far. I'm having a good time. All right. See you next time. Thanks for watching.